Well, folks, here we again for the weekly forecast. And in this last week, the major precipitation event was last Saturday as advertised. Most of the heaviest precipitation fell south and east of a line from Lincoln to Omaha. The heaviest precipitation down in that Beatrice over to the Falls City region. Most of the northwestern portions of the state went precipitation free, and then we've seen the warm conditions move in. Little front moved through during the middle of the week, kind of a wind shift line, no precipitation associated with it. Then the warm front blew through. And we've seen the winds pick up on Friday as this trough that's approaching through the state right now basically increased the speeds to in the 30 to 50 mile an hour range with gusts across the state. Now, as we go through the next 7-day period, it looks like once again the main precipitation event is this weekend. As we go to the upper air models, we are noticing that trough position basically over the northern plains extending all the way down to Texas. Most of the energy associated with this system remains over the northern plains, with the low pressures at the surface going to funnel that energy up into Iowa and points to the east. So it looks like just the southeastern and extreme eastern Nebraska will catch the majority of this precipitation, and even that, it looks like we're looking at less than a half an inch total. Then as we go into tomorrow, we get more of a zonal flow as this bottom end of that trough weakens. High pressure fills in behind the front. Nice cool conditions for our region, a relaxation somewhat of wind speeds, particularly western Nebraska. Heaviest precipitation well to our east. Then as we get into Monday, we start to see the trough trying to strengthen over the Great Lakes. That's going to pull some cooler air in, but it probably won't make it into Nebraska until we get into Tuesday. We still see low pressure down to our south. That's going to force most of the energy over the southeastern United States. Do show a few returns in the northern Rockies, but nothing to make it to the surface. And that trough digs almost like a winter pattern all the way down to the Gulf Coast as we go into the day Tuesday. Very cool conditions will invade much of the eastern United States, including Nebraska and the northern plains. As the precipitation itself works its way eastward, it looks like dry conditions all the way to the west. Then we see another trough trying to make its way into the Pacific Northwest. We'll start to slide toward the Great Lakes as we go into the day Wednesday and into Thursday. Surface high pressure system to our south. Low pressure moves across the Canadian border. That takes all the moisture well to our north. We see dry conditions, good harvest weather. Then we see that trough trying to deepen once again, so that's going to bring a reinforcing shot of cold air into our region as high pressure slips into the region. No moisture to speak of. The low pressure down in Texas will feed moisture up, but it will not make it in to react with that front moving through. Looks like just a little bit of elevational snows up in the northern Rockies. And then we get on Friday a full latitudinal trough developing in the eastern United States that keeps the cool conditions in the east. Out west, much warmer conditions build back into our region. We do have a pesky little low pressure system over eastern portions of Wyoming, but that doesn't look like it's going to drop any precipitation. Now, the 8 to 14 day forecast is indicating from next Tuesday to the following Thursday, it takes us into the Halloween period, above normal conditions in terms of temperature for the western United States, drier than normal conditions over the central United States.